Hi, I'm Devin, and I'm here today to help players new to Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 learn Jack-O. This series will cover everything from her buttons, basic controls, Okizeme, combos, and the strategy behind making the most of this extremely unique and very fun character. Jack-O's archetype can be described as a snowball character with a secondary win condition in her houses and the servants that spawn from them. Her entire toolkit is balanced around this. With down, punch, kick, or slash, she will place a small pumpkin-shaped house on the stage. And if she does not interact with it otherwise, it will stay there for the entire round. The houses have 3 total levels and reach higher levels passively unless the health bar above them is depleted to 0 by an opponent's strikes or projectiles. The Jack-O player's goal is to buy time for the houses to reach higher levels and protect them from getting destroyed by the opponent, as they are crucial to her functionality as a character. Artificially controlled servants will spawn from the houses periodically with no direction from Jack-O, and cannot be controlled in any direct way by the player. As the houses reach higher levels, the servants that spawn from them will become more resilient to opponents' attacks, as well as their attacks having superior properties such as more hits, faster startup, or superior range. Once the houses have leveled up and there's many servants traversing the field, Jack-O can lock the opponent down with near infinite block strings, crank their risk, and overwhelm their mental stack for extended periods of time. Jack-O's execution requirement is extremely low. Her combos are mostly just simple Gatling strings, ending in a knockdown with a setup. Even her more complex, damaging combos are quite easy when compared to other characters on the roster. This does not mean she's an easy character to play effectively. Her execution requirement is intentionally low to make up for the very large amount of strategy and mental energy that goes into winning with her. Playing Jack-O requires the player to completely reorient how they think about Guilty Gear and even fighting games as a whole. Jack-O might be for you if you enjoy a 2-player game where both players are forced to make decisions that will have lasting effects on the rest of the game. You don't mind staying on defense or playing thoughtful neutral for extended periods of time. You have fun playing patiently and slowly building your advantage so you can see your efforts pay off. You love managing multiple resources, both character-specific and universal. Jack-O's normals, while flexible for the most part, all have a defined purpose in the larger scheme of her gameplay. Knowing what normal is appropriate for the current situation and executing its use is extremely important when playing her. Using the wrong one can quickly lead to a bad situation where any advantage you gained will no longer be relevant. 5P is her fastest normal with 4 frames of startup. Its speed is held back by its very limited range, so it mostly sees use as a close quarters abare tool or to extend off servant juggles. It can be chained into itself up to 5 times, has good gatlings, and is jump and special cancelable. 5K has good speed and range as well as hitting at a slight upward angle. Its main uses are as a fast neutral poke and a situational anti-air when other options would be impossible to hit. It has good gatlings and is jump and special cancelable. Close slash is a short range button with poor proximity. Despite these downsides, it is +3 on block and can be extremely good for tick throws, staggers, frame traps, and as a meaty. It has good gatlings and is jump and special cancelable. Bar slash has extremely good range for its speed and is very active. It's primarily used as a long-range neutral poke and in gatling strings to space a 3 heavy to hit plus. Long recovery makes it easily whiff punish. it is jump and special cancelable. 5H advances very far forward with an extremely active, high hitbox. Because it is jump cancelable after the first hit and special cancelable throughout, it's often used in pressure to jump or special cancel into picking up a house, during combos to super cancel for an extension, and in scrambles as an anti-air. 6P is a slow but rewarding anti-air and counter poke, in the vein of Soul 6P. Knocks the opponent about halfway across the screen on normal hit, and full screen on counter hit. 6K is a slow, double-hitting overhead with no gatlings or cancels. It cannot be comboed off of without meter or servants around. Despite these glaring flaws, 6K's primary function is as a standing overhead that is extremely hard for the opponent to react to when they're being swarmed by servants. If it's going to be blocked, it can be red roam and cancelled into an air dash for a multiple overhead sequence. Low crushes nearly the entire duration, so it can beat reversal throw attempts on wake up. 6H is a gigantic, long-range, and extremely disjointed anti-air with 2 hits. Wall bounces on mid-screen counter hit, and wall splats on corner counter hit for a full combo in both positions. The first hit is jump and special cancelable. It has lengthy recovery, so it makes it easy to whiff punish. Because 2D is Jack-O's DP, 3H serves as her sweep, advances very far forward while also low profiling. Because of the large number of active frames, at certain spacings on block, 3H can hit plus enough for Jack-O to continue her pressure safely. On hit, house sets and organ commands can be linked from it for a safe setup, and even Okizeme depending on the situation. 2P is relatively large for its speed while being neutral on block and having many good gatlings. It can chain into itself up to 5 times and is special cancelable. It's primarily used for long-range abare and frame traps. 2K is a great low with good frame data and range. Like Close Slash, 2K is +3 on block, so it's mostly used for stagger pressure, frame traps, tick throws, and as a meaty low. Unlike a typical Guilty Gear 2S, Jack-O's 2S is designed to be an anti-air. The animation shrinks her hurtbox quite a bit, which makes it great for interrupting opponents' instant air dash pressure rebuy attempts, and has great reward on normal or counter hit. It is jump and special cancelable. 2H is mostly a combo tool, but due to only being -2 on block, with varying amounts of active frames, it has uses in pressure. It can be mashed for up to 7 more hits using the H button repeatedly, which is an essential part of her most damaging combos. And this can be used in pressure to throw off opponents' attempts to take back their turn after it. 2H has huge reward on counter hit, and is special cancelable right before the final hit. JP is a fast, downward angled jab that can be chained into itself a large amount of times. Great to use as an air combo filler to waste time for houses to level up or servants to catch up, while staying burst safe. It is also a low committal jump-in or air-to-air. JK is an air poke with good horizontal range. It is best used as a situational air-to-air that can be used to get a full combo with knockdown on hit. It is jump cancelable and reverse beats into JP. JS has a cross-up hitbox that makes it useful for jump-ins, but it's mostly just seen in her standard air combo. It is jump cancelable and reverse beats into JP. JH is a double hitting button with a large amount of hit stun and block stun. There are hitboxes on both her feet, which makes it an amazing cross-up button, especially when used for safe jumps. It is also a good air-to-air option due to being hard to throw and can be option selected with your own throw. Thanks for watching. Next time, we'll be covering Jack-O's special moves and supers, as well as her unique dust normals. I've been Dubbing. Thanks for watching, and see you on the flip side.